What's up, homegirls? ¿Qué onda, morras? Buenos días, tardes, o noches, since I don't know when you're listening to this. I hope your day is going good, or at least better than yesterday. Welcome to Te Crees Muy Muy, the podcast para las homegirls who are healing, growing, and figuring life out, sin plan, con flow. I'm your host, aka your Chicana homegirl from Cali, Stephanie, and as always, muchísimas gracias for pressing play and hanging out with me. And your reminder of the day, morra, el tren no se fue, tú vales oro, no migajas. Agárrate las pestañas y vámonos. Now, let's get into it. ¿Qué onda, morras? What's up, homegirls? Welcome to episode 3 of Te Crees Muy Muy podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about envy, frustration, and feeling behind, and what it's really telling you. And yes, I'm still doing a guide. Also, too, bruh, this is like the 5th time I record this. I was getting like an error message que wasn't picking up something. And then estaban pasando like hella emergency response cars. I don't know whether they were like cops or sheriffs or like an ambulance or something. And then pasaban las motos en friega. And then I was hella going off subject. I was like, yeah, no, this ain't. One of the takes that I did was like almost half an hour all over the place. Y dije, no. So here I am. Okay. Anyways, nobody likes to admit when they feel envy, but let's be real. Sometimes it's not even about what they have. It's about feeling like we should be there by now too. But if we're keeping it real, it's not even about them. It's about us. It's about feeling stuck, feeling like we've been doing the right things, but we still don't see the progress we expected. And that's frustrating. Then the questions start creeping in. Or maybe they've been there for a while. Why is this taking so long? Did I make the wrong choices? Why does it feel easy for them and so hard for me? When is my moment coming? You're happy for the other people, but at the same time, you're tired of waiting. And if you're a believer, maybe you even ask God, why them first? Why not me? Homegirls, I've been there, and now, and those feelings suck. I've felt a lot of anger, frustration, and envy. But not at their material success. It was about their clarity, their ability to stick to a plan, go for it, and actually make it happen. Meanwhile, I felt like I was all over the place. Social media, of course, did not help either. I'd scroll and I'd see all these young girls killing it in the trade work, corporate baddies, beauty, eyelashes, hair, nails, etc., traveling. And I was happy for them. That was awesome. But still thinking, damn, I wish I had that type of clarity and certainty at their age. Like, why is it so easy for them to know what they wanted while I was still trying to figure my shit out? And let's keep it real, y'all. I went to school. I got my degrees. I did what I was supposed to do. So why didn't I feel like I was where I should be? I don't know if that made sense. Then one day, I got tired of complaining. The power of self-talk. What are you feeding your mind? We don't realize how much the way we talk to ourselves keeps us stuck. If my thoughts were seeds, what kind of garden am I growing? Am I planting abundance, hope, and patience, or just letting negativity and self-doubt take over like weeds? If my self-talk was played on loudspeakers, would I be inspired or embarrassed? Would you talk to a friend the way you talk to yourself? If not, why is it okay for you to talk to yourself that way? Self-talk isn't about fake positivity. It's about keeping it real. I'm so far behind. Behind who? Who made the rules? You're not behind. You're on your own path. Stop measuring yourself with someone else's ruler. It's too late for me. Too late for what? To live, to grow, to even try? The only deadline that exists is the one you made up in your head. And there are times too that when we see it's too late, y nos aferramos and we won't do anything about it, right? And granted, y'all, I know that when we're older, going back, like for example, let's just say you always wanted to finish a degree, just to make it easier as an example, whether you were a couple credits away, you were halfway, or quieres empezar, or even change a new career, whatever, no importa, right? And I know that we say we're too old or it's just too late, right? I know that it's harder to go back to school as an older adult porque tenemos responsibilities, whether it's car payments, tenemos casas, or maybe some of y'all have kids, etc. So I'm not neglecting that. And of course, it is way harder. right? I did it as an older adult. I graduated in 2019. It took me hella fucking long to do it, y'all, because I took so many leave of absences because of my gut issues that I was having, and my gut issues weren't going away. And they had to like fix all my stuff. And then a veces me afectaba tanto that my grades were slipping. And I'm not gonna lie and kick it either. También tenía poor study habits sometimes. Pero it's doable. Yo lo hice. Trust me, if I could do it with my gut issues, y'all can do it too. Anyways, just some little food for thought. I don't know what I'm doing. Neither does half of the world. Everyone's figuring out as they go. The difference is that some people keep moving even while they're unsure. And that's a big one for me, because sometimes a veces me trabo and I stopped myself, because when like starting this podcast was such a big deal for me, because I first wanted to do it as como un side hustle and see if I made any money off of it, whatever, right? But then when I started to see that I could actually make it into a business, I'm starting from scratch, y'all. Like, so some of you guys are, so when I say that when it comes to technology, I'm like an old but young person. I mean, I'm a young person but old, etc., whatever. I have a regular Instagram, right? Just like a personal one. I have maybe like 50 followers, and that's a lot, right? It's just, I don't really post like pictures and stuff per se, but I'm like pellet on my real stories and stuff. I had to learn how to make reels. I don't even have a TikTok. No, I've never got on the TikTok train. So I might have to do that and stuff. So I have to learn a whole bunch of shit. And I know some of you guys are hella good for technology. You guys are hella creative and stuff. That type of shit, a mí se me hace difícil because I feel I'm not a creative person. I had to learn how to do Canva. Like, my shit in Canva, y'all, is hella basic, but it is what it is. Because I was like, que hueva to learn all this shit. As I slowly started to do it, I'm like, it's not as complicated as it is. Like, I use the KISS method, which is keep it super simple or keep it super short or something like that. Es para que me la complico. Just as long as I know the basics from Reels, como poner the stories, and learn kind of how to edit the basic ways and stuff. And I didn't have to pay, obviously, for anyone to teach me how to do that. I mean, there are creators who have courses and stuff que puedes comprar, but I learned off of YouTube. The only thing that I will tell you is that if you don't use it, you will lose it, because now I'm gonna have to do it again because I haven't done anything. Like, y'all, I'm starting from scratch. And I feel already like hella behind, but it is what it is. So that's why I'm saying, like, you need to just try. Y si no, pues ni modo. At least you can say, because sometimes too, while trying, it's not what you thought it was gonna be, and you have choices like, okay, déjale le echo más ganas, I guess you could say, and see where it takes me. Or, you know what, this is cool, but maybe more as a hobby, or sabes que, fuck all that, this is just not for me, right? Pero nunca vas a saber until you do it, which is, I hate when people used to tell me that, but it's very, very true. So just some food for thought. Anyways, I wasted so much time. You learn, now use it. Wasted time is only wasted if you refuse to apply what you've learned. If it was meant for me, it would have happened by now. Or maybe you weren't ready for it then, but you can be now. Timing isn't just about when, it's about who you are when it happens. Because imagine if, like, back then you wanted something y no estabas preparada. You were probably going to lose it, right? I don't know, just saying, thinking out loud here. Perspective shift. Hard but honest questions. What if it's not taking too long, you're just impatient? Are you actually behind, or just frustrated that it hasn't happened on your timeline? Success isn't Amazon Prime. It doesn't come with 2-day shipping. If you got everything you wanted tomorrow, would you be ready for it? For myself, I don't think I would be ready 100%. Or would you be ready for the possibilities, the sacrifices, and the behind-scenes work that comes with it? Or do you just want the end result without the struggle? Are you actually doing the work, or just hoping things fall into place? You say you want it, but are you consistently taking steps towards it? Or are you just watching others, comparing and wishing instead of moving? Do you even want what they have, or do you just want the feelings of having made it? Are you envious of their lifestyle, or do you actually want the work it takes to get there? Success isn't about what you get, it's about what you're willing to do to earn it. Do you feel peace letting go of the ideal life you once envisioned? Or do you still find yourself comparing your reality to someone else's highlight reel? And also, too, we have to be realistic that sometimes le vas a echar ganas, and the success is not going to look like So the success might not look what you thought it was going to look like. But still, at least you succeeded. At least you tried. It's una cosa that you can check off and be like, you know what? I tried it. This wasn't for me. Or like, oh shit, I never thought about this and this and this, etc. And I'll keep it real. I'm not 100% done with envy, but here's what I've learned. And actually, I'm still learning. I started to realize that it can actually be a great perspective shift. It reveals what you secretly want, or even the qualities you admire in others. And that's okay. We're human. I had to apply that perspective while hiking through the uncharted waters, especially in my career and relationships, but more in my career. There are a lot of things I thought I wanted, but after checking myself, that envy started disappearing. When I really sat with it and I asked myself, do I actually want that, or do I think I should want it? The truth is, I don't have the personality for certain careers. I know myself. And once I accepted that, I felt peace instead of comparison. I'm good. I'm happy for those people who can handle those paths or those positions that I've never got, or the ones I thought I wanted but actually didn't want. What a blessing for them and for society. It's a match made. So something that I want you all to do, like especially if there's any of you guys listening that are looking for work and you get disappointed after every single thank you but no thank you email, or you get ghosted, or something happened and you had to turn down the job or whatever. Right now it's an employer's market, so they have pick of the litter. There's hella people looking for work, right? And sometimes I think don't quote me, but I think there's been like articles or reports, I fake jobs posted just to see what type of traction a company can get, which I think is fucking terrible. Y lo que a mí no me gusta también, I'm on LinkedIn, y lo que no me gusta es que te buscan and then they talk to you, and it's like legit real companies, and then they ghost you. So they say they're going to submit you to the to the job, and then nothing ever happens, and you're like, okay, pues tú me buscaste a mí, güey, like no mames, like where did you go, right? I don't know how it is for other states, but here in California, some positions cuando vas a aplicar for the state have something called an SOQ, which is just it's statement of qualification. And a lot of it también se quieren fijar, cómo escribes, right? Do you follow directions, the formatting and everything? And I used to work my ass off of when I wrote those and stuff, los quería escribir bien, professional, short, but to the point, but then que esto y que el otro, right? And then it was like the position that I wanted for so long, y me aferraba, dude. Y cuando no me llamaban, or I would get ghosted, or a month later, if si pasa un mes with those state jobs, it's a wrap. No te van a hablar. They either failed the position or they nunca supiste qué pasó. You just kind of assume. Some posts do say that. Hey morras, real quick, did you know I made something for y'all? Hice un simple 15-page reflection journal to help you walk through tus life shoulds without getting overwhelmed or feeling like all perdida, like Nemo. Okay, I know, hella corny. But real talk, homegirls, it's called El Journal de Mis Life Shoulds. If anything in this episode is hitting or making you rethink your choices, this journal is perfect for the next step. Short, simple, straight to the point. And the best part, I made 2 versions. The first one is a PDF if you want to sit down and write, and a Google Doc version para que puedas sanar on the go. So no more excuses, morra. Don't let your I'll start later turn into never. El link está en mi bio. Now, let me get back to this episode. That if you don't hear from them by a month, assume the position like you never selected for anything, or they closed it because they filled it. Anyways, and I used to get so pissed, and I don't know when it happened, how it happened, y le doy muchas gracias a Dios, that ya no me aferro at all. Like, why the fuck, y'all, are we gonna be so aferradas, hella holding on to these jobs that we applied for, that we don't even know at the end of the day if we're a good fit? And I know not everything is spiritual, but I thank God every time I get rejected, because I was like, boom, that wasn't for me. Imagine being somewhere that's not for you. And that goes for anything, friendship, relationships, situationships. Like, que cagada estar somewhere where you don't belong. That fucking sucks. Also, too, here's a tip that I started asking God like earlier this year. Help me to see things for what they are. Because sometimes, y'all, like, no me quiero escuchar así bien mamona, but we're all in our feelings y no miramos las cosas for what they are. Because we're so frustrated, because we're so sad, esto y que el otro, que a veces, like, the answers are there, y'all, pero nos hacemos guajolotas and turkey, for those of you who don't really know what guajolota is. Nos hacemos guajolotas and stuff, but the answers are there, y'all. Like, you see the red flags, or you see algo. Like, I've had job interviews, y'all, that once I'm there and I'm a really observant person, and while they have me like sit at the front desk or something, let's just say that there's people who work at this place like walking around or talking to people, no sé qué, I'm really observant. I know that no place is 100% like perfect. Pero yo miro a la gente como se hablan, como le hablan at the front desk girl, because believe it or not, the person at the front desk has the most power. Believe it or not. Anyways, y miraba el desmadre, hell unprofessional, como se hablaban, and I'm like, get me the fuck out of here, fuck this. Or it was just a whole bunch of young people that were, I'm not saying all, but just young people que es hella unprofessional and stuff. Y no iba a caber allí. It wasn't gonna be at the right culture, right? And sometimes as well during the interview, remember y'all that the interview is a two-way street. Ask questions. Ask, why is this position, if you're able to tell me, why is this position open? If, for example, who would be your managers interviewing, this is a perfect opportunity to be like, okay, you as your manager, what's one challenge, or what's one issue, say challenge instead, what's one challenge that you and your team are facing, and what are you as a leader doing to assist your team in these challenges? Porque así te vas a fijar what type of manager they are. And then there's other stuff that you can ask, pero se me está yendo el avión right now and stuff. So imagine like hay posiciones que they're not for me, or just it's not a good fit. Yo ahí bien emperrada because they didn't offer me something, or it just wasn't for me, pero a huevo because I need work. And I know that sometimes it's hard to be flexible in your thinking because no shit, bills are due, bills are due. You have to pay, maybe you're borrowing money to make ends meet or lo que sea. Pero I don't know, just some food for thought, y'all. So anyways, ya se me fue el avión. I don't know where I was at, but oh yeah, the jobs and stuff. Okay, what helped me shift envy into something useful? Gratitude and inventory check. Envy makes you focus on what you don't have. So take a second and list what you do have. Skills, growth, experiences, even small wins. And ask yourself, if I had everything I once prayed for, would I even recognize it? You might realize that you've already made more progress than you thought. Questioning, use envy as a guide, not a block. Instead of seeing envy as bad, use it as a map. Ask yourself, do I actually want what they have? Or do I just feel behind? What if this envy is trying to tell me about what I want for myself? If I stopped comparing, what should I focus? And if I stopped comparing, what would I focus on instead? Sometimes envy isn't about them. It's about what's missing in your life. And the good news, that means that you can do something about it. So here are some final thoughts. What's meant for you will always be yours. I used to think that envy was something to be ashamed of, but now I see it differently. It's data, or do you guys say data? Envy shows you what you desire, but also what's not meant for you. And listen, I truly believe that what's for you will always be for you. Nobody can take it away. And if it's not for you, then like we say in Spanish, los zapatos ni a fuerza entran. If the shoes don't fit, don't force them, or something like that. So ask yourself, if I got everything I've spoken over my life, the good and the bad, what would I have right now? So that's just y'all some chit chat on envy, frustration, and feeling behind, because I think also lo que nos friega is that ever since we're like young teenagers, nos empiezan a decir like, what are you going to do for college? And I know people don't do it to be malicious, right? But that also adds the pressure, because y'all, graduating from high school at 17 years old, like, how the fuck are you supposed to know what you want to do for the rest of your life? And some people don't even really think about college until they're about to graduate. And people still have the mentality that a college degree is going to make you find a stable like position and stuff y nada que ver. I could see why obviously you need to go to school for like a doctor or an attorney, etc. And some people don't even start in that route, and eventually that comes to them when they're older. How many people do y'all know that they got their degrees just to please their parents? And I understand, especially like first gen parents, that they say, ve a la escuela para que aprendas y no tengas los trabajos que yo tengo. Ojo, I'm not saying everybody, right? Because they think that having an education will open doors. And yeah, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, right? Don't finish your education just because you feel like you're forced to. Do you know how many good ass careers you can get at a certificate or start your own business? And granted, I know that not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur because entrepreneurship isn't for everybody, and I get it. Y también sometimes to start a business, you need dinero to start the business. And I know there's a lot of people who either don't have the money or on fixed income at any age. So I'm fully aware of all that stuff. But still, y'all, imagine, okay, yeah, you're going to be in college, have fun, date, find someone, get married, have kids, start your second career maybe, or be a home mom or whatever, be a stay-at-home mom, I mean, and then have kids, have grandkids, y ahí quedó. It's not that easy, y'all. And then we're in chinga because of that invisible timeline. And anyways, so hopefully you guys like this episode. Y no se les olvide, morras, that I made the journal. So go and check it out. All right, it's $25. And I think that the journal is awesome because I'm not saying this por pura conveniencia. I wish something like that had existed when I was mourning. And obviously I'm still mourning. It's not like something you only do once and that's it. But try not to stay stuck in it, because mourning, when you look at mourning, there va a salir cosas about death. Mourning can also be things que no pasaron o que sí pasaron, ya no son the same. You're mourning what was, and now you're navigating what is. It could be about dreams. It could be about family. It could be relationships, friendships, careers. You're mourning, for example, y'all, like, y todavía a veces me cuesta, like once in a while, especially when I'm going through flare-ups. I'm going to be 39. I lost 9 fucking years to the stomach illness or whatever it is that I have. And ojo, también, I'm not saying that I was going to be doing this or that, because I don't know what God had in store for me if I wasn't sick, right? Let's keep it real. And I'm not saying que iba a ser que world travel, lo que sea, but I'm never going to know. But 9 fucking years, you guys, que me trajo a lot of good, but a lot of bad. It put a lot of shit in perspective, because it was to the point that I seriously thought I was going to die. I was losing so much weight, y'all. I lost my appetite for 40 days. Me iban a llevar a Mexico because the doctors here were not giving me answers. So I had to work through that. And I try not to quejarme, because gracias a Dios, I have somewhere to lay down when I feel like shit, right? So sometimes it's just like, okay, haces un brain dump, you go for a walk and push it into perspective. Gracias a Dios, I'm not where I used to be when I first got sick in 2017. That I had no idea, like my nervous system was so fucked up que me daba miedo irme a dormir, because I seriously thought I was going to die in my sleep. I used to wake up every single fucking night at 3 in the morning. Y es un silencio bien loud. And I could tell you guys all this, but if you've never, not that I'm wishing this on anybody, right? Because everybody has their struggles. And if I'm triggering anybody here, I'm sorry. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the episode. Okay, ya me estoy repitiendo. I'll catch y'all guys in the next episode. Bye. Okay, what y'all think of that episode? Les gustó? Not so much? Did it make y'all ponder, or just be like, esta morra no sabe nada? I just want y'all to feel seen and understood, not stressed out. Anyways, I'll catch y'all on the next episode. And remember, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. By Henry Ford. Thanks for stopping by. Share, comment, and engage. Don't forget to follow this podcast on Instagram at Te Crees Muy Muy Podcast. Go engage and invite other homegirls. Let's build that community. If you want, feel free to DM me for topics. And with that, I'll catch you next time. Bye.